Podcast 2018. Hey, it's the final podcast of 2018. It's a Mason and Remy show podcast. A Mason and Remy show podcast. Phil, both of the dudes, none of the songs. Both of the dudes, none of the songs. None of the songs, both of the dudes. Let's start. Hi, Remy.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. All is well. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Welcome to any and everybody who is popping by and seeing this in the stream. I just found the fill in button.
Yeah.
Which
you like a little transition piece?
A little yeah, like a yeah. It was, I just noticed that today. So thank you for being a part of that. Billy, welcome. Thank you guys for coming by and enjoying a year-end podcast today. We're going to talk about big stuff from the year. And meanwhile, I'm going to prepare for a Friday Party Jam that will air at the end of this.
The last Friday Party Jam of the year.
Do you want your dark web Remy's package video in this as well?
I probably should.
Is it on there?
I don't think so.
Okay. While we're talking, I will seamlessly make it not obvious that I am doing those things and preparing for that while we chat. This has been a crazy year, huh?
Probably the craziest year of my life. Yeah, it's been pretty nuts. So.
Yeah, I'd agree. There's lots and lots of things to cover, and lots of craziness, because I didn't think I'd be unemployed this year. But it happened, and it's okay.
It all worked out.
It did, actually. There's a lot of stuff that happened in between and around that. Where do you want to start?
Oh, man.
Do you want to start?
Well, I can start with something that happened in February of this year that is on my list of things.
On my list starts in January. Should I go first because chronological?
Yeah, go for it. January. Ready to go.
I just didn't know if we were going chronological or not. We each have three things we wanted, right? Is that right? Or do you have more?
I have three.
Okay, so three things, big things from the year that we wanted to cover. I don't like to travel. I don't often travel. I also don't like to spend money and don't have money. But this year, my wife and I, along with Keaton, went to Hawaii.
Oh yeah, I forget that was technically this year.
It was New Year's, and we were there for a couple of days, and we brought in 2018 in the paradise that is Hawaii, Waikiki Beach. I just actually, as it's my wife's birthday today, I reposted a photo of her and I on the beach from Hawaii, and it
looks beautiful.
Thank you. I married her. Did you mean Hawaii?
I meant Hawaii.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, that was also beautiful. No, it was so fun. It was so awesome. Such a good time. And for myself, for my wife, for 14-year-old, 13-year-old at the time, Keaton, to experience that together was a lot of fun for us.
Now, the Kanikinaka. Or
Close.
Kamikimaka.
Yes, it is.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, Melikimaka is the phrase to say.
Yeah.
Means Merry Christmas in Hawaiian. It's not Hawaiian. I don't know, but it's fine. That's the Hawaiian. That's the one Hawaiian Christmas song. And if you want to find other ukulele Christmas jams, I'm sure you can, and they would be Hawaiian. But no, that was a great. That was a big part of our year. It was a lot of fun for us to do as a family, because then only a few months later, we got fired. So
Yeah, right.
What was that noise? Was that the?
It was an email that came in.
Oh, I thought it was my keyboard. I thought I had the keyboard, and I was like, okay. So, what you had a note in February? You said?
Yeah, in February, because in February I went to Disney World for the first time ever in my life.
Twice in 2018, Remy will be in Disney.
Technically, yes. We had so much fun the first time with our friends Ashley and Jared that we were like, and they only joined us for 3 days the first time we went. Gotcha. And so we wanted to spend the entire time with each other while we're at Disney this time. And so that's happening over the new year. But I will say, from like I never got a chance to go as a kid, and it's not a sob story, but I didn't come up from a lot of money, and we just never. We went on, like, when we went on vacation, we would go to Minnesota and we would stay in a cabin for a week and we would go fishing.
I hear you, man. We never did.
Or we'd go to like
vacation.
Wisconsin Dells and we'd go for a week at a resort up there, those kinds of things. And
I absolutely know what you're talking about. We never did vacations, and that's why Hawaii was so important to me too. But you were saying,
yeah. So and Disney has always been a very fascinating person. Walt Disney, the actual dude, has been a very fascinating person. And I had a moment while we were sitting there watching the fireworks at Magic Kingdom, and you see a giant castle behind, and there's a statue of Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse, where Walt Disney is like holding Mickey Mouse's hand. And I was like, gosh, that one guy thought of this, and maybe it didn't start as grandiose as it is now, but it started, and he went with it, and it's just the whole metaphor of when you have a dream, chase it. Like, that whole thing just hit me super hard when we were there last time, and
yeah, man.
And it was really fun. We had a lot of fun, and I think that was probably the biggest like positive thing that has happened in 2018. I think would be the biggest, because we didn't have any kids this year, so
Be clear on that front.
Yeah, I thought about it. I was like, do we have kids this year?
No,
that was
this year.
2017.
No, not this
We're
year.
good.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. No, you're clear this year. Well, that's cool though. That's good. So that's January, February. Up next, and I don't know if it's on your list, is March, when we got fired.
Yeah, was it March? It was April 10th.
Was it April?
Yeah.
March, April. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
because
missed
it happened like right after my birthday.
For some reason, I thought that's okay. Okay, because March 3rd is my radioversary. Mm-hmm. So when I started in radio, when I walked through the door of a radio station for the first time, March 3rd, 1997. Yes, I'm that old. It'll be in this upcoming March. It'll be 22 years ago. So I feel a bit old, and this receding hairline makes me look a bit old. But the gray, the gray, we'll get there. The next month was April. Yes, we got let go along with 4 or 5 other people at the state. 3, 4. There's a bunch of us.
Yeah.
But that led to a couple of months of unemployment. Did any of your next moments for 2018 happen during unemployment? Because one of mine did.
Well, I mean, I guess technically the buying and the selling of a home, that's in there, but
that's like post July, right? It's like July, because we started July 9th, right? Yeah. So in June, and you were just talking about the feeling of chasing your dreams and this kind of thing, and this might sound stupid, but when I heard a guy was playing video games professionally, making a lot of money doing it, mm-hmm. I think I had a little turn in my dreams, because I feel like I always wanted, I looked at guys like Ryan Seacrest who were able to do a radio show every day and able to do these amazing other things outside of that, and people and be creative and have fun and make things that people would enjoy. And when you look at Ryan Seacrest's life, there's no room for life. There's only work.
Yeah.
There is wake up in the morning, do work, leave work, do more work. And then hopefully, I feel like his version of self-care is working out and eating healthy, mm-hmm. and that's all he needs. I need more than that. I love my family. I love spending time with my wife and kid, and I know that I am able to, and Keaton is into this too, this video game thing is streaming on YouTube and on Twitch. In June, I became an affiliate on Twitch. I just spit all the way across the
I didn't see it. You're good.
Okay.
I wouldn't even notice.
It's a video, though. So anyway. I became an affiliate on Twitch, which means people can watch me play video games and I can make money from that. That feeling of being on the couch with your friends when you were growing up, playing games, having fun, giving each other crap for dying early. That's what we do. That's mm-hmm. and we do it on a different level so everyone can watch. Now, everybody that listens to the show, watches the podcast, is a part of anything that we do, follows me on Twitter or any of those things, can sit on that couch with me from their couch. And so I feel like I know that there are other people who do this, who are into this, because I've made a bunch of friends from this, since this. It was a big moment for me. I signed all the tax information to be an employee of Amazon Twitch, and I can make money from playing video games now, which is kind of a cool deal. I love that this is in the era that we're in, and I've noticed it so much in what's called third audiences. Like, say you've got The Walking Dead, you're part of that audience. But then they have the Talking Dead, which is like an audience of the show of the audience. So the audience and another audience get together. There's like a third party viewing thing that's happening. And if you want to see, you know, I heard a big streamer say this, if you want to see the best of the best people who play basketball or the best of the best people who play video games, there should be a platform for that. And there is. And I'm a part of that now.
Yeah.
And if I ever make over $100 a month, I'll actually get a check. But I've made 20 or 50 bucks.
You have to start somewhere.
You do, and I've made 20 or 50 bucks just from people coming by and tipping and watching commercials during a live stream and things like that, and being a part of this little community that we're starting. And I just hit 200 followers yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Which is a step. Twitch has a bunch of different achievements toward becoming a partner, which is a full-fledged like revenue share situation going on there. So I made progress just yesterday. So it's a passion of mine. It's a dream, and you never want to give up. Chase and I talked to Remy about this a lot. I feel like growing up, we had these feelings. And for me, it was like Saturday morning, kind of overcast, go downstairs while people are still asleep play some video games. It's just like a peaceful like thing for me. I chase that feeling every day. Feelings from when we were kids, those moments of discovery or those moments of enjoyment. I feel like we spend our adulthood trying to find those, if not for us, for our kids. And this is something that bonds Keaton and myself, and it's something that I enjoy and something that he's enjoying. And I'm hoping that he'll do it more so that we can both work on it.
Yeah,
I want to turn this into some business. You know what I'm saying? But that was a big moment for me, and that was in June. And so since then, I've been working towards growing a community and an audience, and I've talked enough about that because I know that doesn't mean a lot to a lot of other people, but it's something that's been a part of my life for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
It's a fun thing. It keeps my brain, my hands active and out of trouble, and keeps me from being dormant. You know what I mean? I feel like I could just sit there and glaze over and watch TV. I want to get involved. I want to watch TV that I can get involved in and click and click and click and shoot people.
Yeah, I think this is like the in your face of all the teachers and all the people that ever said that like you can't make money playing video games.
There's that.
There's a lot of people that like we've brought Ninja up a couple times on the podcast who's making millions of dollars every month just playing video games. And of course now there's more stuff. There's promotional things that he's doing. There's commercials. There's appearances.
He put an album out. Yeah,
put an album. I mean, there's so much that
he's not singing. It's like a collection. That's like a mixtape.
Yeah. But I think that's awesome.
We can move off of that.
The thing that I like about it is that you're at the very ground level right now, and every follower matters.
Yeah.
And it's so organic. Like you know those people.
I do.
And so by the time you get 1,000, those are 1,000 true fans that are going to do anything to watch your stuff. I've watched your stuff. I remember when we were in the transition of like moving to our new house, I was probably watching more Fortnite and you playing Fortnite and other people playing Fortnite. And I'm not even like a huge gamer.
Yeah, I know.
It's just fun. It's fun to watch people who are super good at these games.
Yeah, if you could get past the whole it's a video game, I don't have time for that, and understand that it is an entertainment for some people and a creative outlet for others. There are billions of dollars that have been made off just a single game. You're missing out.
Yeah.
Or you can keep writing it off. That's fine. We'll just go back over here, dominate the world as Drake and football stars keep playing this game. Yeah, just keep writing it off. Keep writing it off. It's fine.
So yeah, I had on here getting let go from radio gig. That was the first time I've ever been let go from a radio station, and that was like the big thing whenever we got into radio was like you haven't been in radio until you've gotten fired from a radio station.
There's unfortunately a thing that people say. Yeah.
And I thought that I was going to escape that just because of the trajectory that we've been on. And, you know, the company had other plans. And, yeah, it was literally, we celebrated my birthday on that. I think my birthday landed on a Friday, and then we were like on a Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. But it's a big moment, and I didn't discriminate positive and negative moments from my list because I feel like they were impactful, and that was a very impactful time when you're standing down in the lobby of a building you've been working in for the last 3 years and seeing who's next to come down the elevator. You see your producer, and obviously you and I and Emily, our APD, and Steve was let go, I guess, a couple days before that, and he couldn't say anything about it. But,
yeah.
You know, it's a scary moment on your way home. I had a real like, it was a real odd like, what's next? Kind of like, do we need to get lawyers involved? How am I going to read all this contractual stuff?
You never want to make that call, right? Like, hey, honey, got fired.
Yeah.
I made that call, but I got to tell you, mine wasn't negative.
No, and I don't think it was.
It was a different experience for you because I've been not that I've been fired before, but I felt differently about the entire situation.
Well, I will say there was a freeing aspect to that.
That's good.
I mean, there wasn't like,
it might take some time sometimes, but
yeah, there was definitely like released from the shackles kind of vibe, but at the same time you're like, well, we're still getting paid, but it's not as much as we were getting paid. So it was like, you know, it's can we maintain this from a putting food on the table, keeping, you know, this house up, you know, those kinds of things. You know, you go back to, I think it's Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where it's food, water, like food, shelter, and like paying the electric bill. I'm sure that's not on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, but
this is, I'll tell you,
two things,
the first time I've ever heard those words.
What's that?
Maslow's
hierarchy of needs.
What is that from?
It's an old psychology.
Oh, okay.
It's essentially the basic of the basic things that a human needs to survive. Food, shelter.
Shout out to Maslow for figuring that out.
Yeah, right?
I mean, where would we be without him?
So, yeah, and making that call was not fun. And, you know, look, I will say the part of the unemployment that was fun was being able to spend so much time with my growing children, who I get home sometimes from work and I'm like, oh my gosh, you've like grown since I've been at work today. And they're like, Emerson's vocabulary is like skyrocketing, and she's telling stories now, and she's like using imagination and all these kinds of things.
You said you came home the other day and she said Big Three or something like that.
Yeah, she was talking about the show. I don't think she computes that, like,
sure,
we're on the radio, kind of, you know, it's just it's just on Alexa in the kitchen.
But Keaton has no idea what the Big Three even is, so you enjoy it.
Yeah,
enjoy it.
I would. That was my number 2, was getting let go.
Gotcha.
For the first time.
Well, we messed up the chronological order. I apologize.
You're good.
We were on a roll till that, and I definitely asked if your next moments happened in the summer, and I feel like I went, and I blew it.
All good.
So what? Where's your next one? Is it in July? Because that's when my next one is.
Yeah, it's
coming to WIL, and being a part of this first. If you're in our shoes, I'm just going to go ahead and say a lot of people are blowing smoke up your ass. Like, a lot of people were like, "Going to get you on in this city. Want to get you guys on in this city. Want you guys," and then when you actually become a free agent, all those people are suddenly missing.
Yeah.
But all those people actually worked for the company that let us go.
Yeah.
And now I come to find other people have told us that there were inquiries about being able to get us. But I have a feeling the company, or maybe someone higher up, did not like us or did not want us there. So there was no way we were going to be anywhere else.
Which, by the way, we've done nothing wrong to anybody. There is no reason for anybody to not like us.
We've just been trying to work and trying to do what we do, and I have felt. And so while you felt, the moment when you got let go, the sorrow, I felt the release of the shackles, like you said, because it felt very much like we were not being able to be who we wanted to be. When we were who we wanted to be, we were literally told to stop. And so when that moment came, I did not see it as a negative moment. I know that a lot of people say, maybe it was because I've been let go from a radio job before, and I've known that I've found happiness after that, and because of that, right? Like, if this didn't happen, you wouldn't have X, Y, and Z. I wouldn't have my wife. I wouldn't have this job. Wouldn't be here. A lot of things could be different, and that's scary. So I was looking forward for a couple of months to getting let go, I feel like.
Yeah.
So when that happened, it was a positive. But then when we got a call from, was it Scott? Was it Scott? An email? I think we had an email.
Yeah, it was Scott. Greg. It was Greg
Strassel. That's right. It was Greg, the higher up in our company. There is, obviously, a hierarchy people with V's and P's and C's in their names.
Yep.
There's O's and E's as well. VPCEOPP. Yeah, you know me. So at the top of the list is a guy who was familiar with our products and Greg, our products, like I'm selling something.
Hey,
what we do.
you want a big 3? We got one.
He knew who we were, and he said, I really like what you guys do, and connected us with Scott, the program director here at WIL. And Scott has research and knows things about our previous 5 years here. A lot of people who are in Chicago don't know we were in St. Louis for 5 years before we went to Chicago, before they asked us to go to Chicago.
Yeah.
And that's how we ended up back here after a couple of meetings, and a cryptic tweet that I just nailed, by the way, that ended up getting you phone calls, which is weird.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that too.
I sent a tweet that said, happy 2 months of unemployment. Will we make it to 3? Knowing that we would not, and the will was spelled W-I-L. Come on. Come on.
And I had a couple of friends go.
Yeah.
And say something, and people from the competing radio station had said some things.
And oddly, no one said anything to me about it.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
Well, I wasn't. I don't know. It's like one of those.
It could have been.
It's like one of those weird things that they like put on Facebook where it's like your brain fills in the missing letters. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just, brushed past it.
But that was a fun moment for me because I like announcing the announcement. Right?
Yeah.
It's kind of a thing that I've done. But I enjoyed that, and I enjoy the feeling of working in a creative environment with creative, like-minded individuals and a company that will support you, a company that knows that they're hiring a person to do a job and not hiring someone to do what they're telling them to do, right? Like, that's what it felt like previously, was we were being told how to do what we do. But here, they let us do what we do, right? Mm-hmm. And help us get better at it.
Yeah, for sure. We've had like more success in the last 6 months of like
Isn't
just
that
like
crazy?
videos.
Isn't that crazy?
Just creative freedom, and it's just it's awesome. So
And I'm gonna throw some shade at a company that had a billboard, that owned a billboard company. We could not get a billboard up for our radio station. The company owns a billboard company. We couldn't get a billboard. This company does not own any billboard companies. This company does not have stake in Facebook. There's more money for just Facebook advertising here than there is for any staff costume party than I've ever seen in my life. It's really crazy how much they care about what works here and people, and knowing that all of it will come together if you just nurture it instead of cutting it and making it survive. Does that make sense?
yeah.
It felt like we were trying to survive for many years, and here it feels like we're thriving. Mm-hmm. It's a different feeling.
Yeah, it is a different feeling for sure. And I like it.
I like it too.
I like it.
It feels really good. They've been really great. Like, things have just come together so naturally and so perfectly and so organically, and it's not forced. The ideas, the feelings, the friends. I've made friends. I don't make friends at work. That's so weird. But I've met a lot of people here that I really like hanging out with, not just during work hours, that I'll spend 5 hours on a weekend with, even back here at work.
Yeah.
So it's been really amazing to see the other side of radio.
I'm happy you found that. I'm happy you found everybody. A lot of the guys in this building all share very. You guys have a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
In I don't understand the Dungeons and Dragons thing.
It's okay.
But
no, you called it when you said, you were like, all right, it's creative improv.
yeah.
Right. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's fun for us, but we don't see it as that. We don't categorize it. We're just there, just having fun.
Yeah.
And then Markin, the wizard, comes out and he just makes fun of you because you're weird. But that's like, you can do that in that environment. And it's you know what it is for me? There's no pressure because I'm just there with people who are like me, who just want to laugh.
Yep.
And I'm not worried about the audience. Mm-hmm. It's different.
Unfortunately, there's nobody here that has a choral addiction that I can release upon
You got friends though. You got friends. Kevin, shout out.
They all don't care either.
No, you've got like friends in the choral communities that you're friends
Oh
with.
yeah.
And those are the people that I'm forming my community with on Twitch and in video games. Like we all are and we have friends in the Mason and Remy. I don't want to say brand, but it's just us and our Facebook and our Instagram and our Twitter, and people know us from our show, and that's why we do a YouTube, and that's where it all comes together. Is it's just like we should all just be friends who like to do fun things, cool things, have fun, make each other smile. Sometimes we make each other cry. It's all part of the process. The yin and the yang, the good and the bad, the light and the dark, bring balance.
That's Star Wars
to
reference.
The Force. You know it. You know it.
My third thing was buying and selling a home. Talk about stressful. I remember burying St. Joseph near the for sale sign
that's
at
a thing,
our house in Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Because it got to that point where I was just like, we've had nonstop showings on this house, and no one is biting on our house.
Real estate is hard.
It is. It's tough. And I got to the point where I was like, I don't even want to buy a house. I just want to rent a house, because then there's no ties.
Hashtag Team Mason.
But that didn't happen. So we are
you.
tied to the house that we are currently in.
I really do want to buy a house, but every I'll say that again. I want to buy a house. Love to have a baby, but everybody that I watch do it is really stressed out, really unhappy. No, but I have had the same thoughts about kids. Like I see a lot of people going through it, and yes, they go, it's amazing, but it's every other minute when they're not telling me it's amazing that I know that isn't amazing.
Yeah.
It's scary. It's scary to me, and I don't want that to get in between me and my wife. Like we've got a good 14-year-old. He's healthy, and I had nothing to do with it. I haven't messed it up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's go. Let's get out of here while we're ahead. I'm cashing out my chips.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at. But buying a house is a lot, and you've been through it more times than
three times buying a house, 2 times selling a house. Yeah, it was a lot, and this is the first time we've done it with kids, like unpacking and packing and moving,
the
and
moment
U-Hauls and pods and all that kind of stuff.
The amount of time you spent painting the walls of the kids' rooms only to move the things out is heart-wrenching. Mm-hmm. I'm sure.
Yeah. We took pictures of everything. We're pretty close. Emerson's room is pretty close to what it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The color is pretty close.
Did you do the wall again?
Furniture. No, we did not.
Okay.
So the decal, that was just basically just a crap ton of stickers.
Okay.
And we have not done that. She wants to do something, but she wants to do something that she's going to be able to grow with. And
yeah.
We're not going to have to do over and over again.
Don't do like Bratz dolls or Barbies, because she'll be like, when she's 14, she'll be like, ugh.
And then Leo has a good wall to put the wood planks on, so we'll probably do that. But
good.
It's just going to take some time.
Yeah,
it's going to take some time, and
we're here every day and gone. Like I've been saying, time is valuable.
Yeah.
And then you also have things you have to do and want to do, and there are other things that come up. I'm exhausted. I told my wife last night, and that might be why we're doing like no Christmas presents next year for anybody.
Yeah.
Just let's go do something and
experience.
Well, I mean,
that's usually what comes up in these end of the year things. I always think about that as like, you don't think about, wow, I got a new set of headphones this year that I really wanted, and that's not going to make the list at the end of the year. What's going to make the list is the fact that, like I went to Disney for my first time. I'm going back at the end of the year. Like those are the things that you remember for years and years and years. And I feel like if we spent more money on experiences and, going out and doing things with the kids and making memories with them, they remember that. And then we all kind of share those moments instead of getting like, they've got plenty of stuff. We all like have plenty of stuff.
Truth.
Just stuff.
And it's all stuff we don't need.
Yeah, exactly.
There's so many things we don't need.
Yep. So yeah, those are my 3 things. The positive one being the Disney trips, of course, and
thanks.
Just everybody's happy and healthy. I think in the family, and that's the first and foremost. We've got sick kids now, but
that's what kids do.
They're sick all the time.
That's what they do.
Colds and snotty, and those are the things that they go through. But
sticky babies.
Overall, the health of everybody is intact, and
Your wife is sick too. Now that I remember.
Yeah, she was puking last night, but
Everybody is okay. It's about the health.
I mean, major stuff.
Yeah,
we're not having to deal with that.
Yeah,
so.
you had a scare last week. I remember.
Yeah,
so.
it's big stuff and it's good stuff, and I look forward to 2019. I really think that we've got some big things coming.
Yeah, I think so too.
Did you get 2 or 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I counted 5 for you. I'm not sure. I asked a couple of times, did you have coming to St. Louis? And you were like, yes. But you had buying a home, getting fired, and some as I counted.
I have
5.
Disney getting let go from the first from radio.
Maybe you
and then buying and selling.
I think I asked you if you had. Do you have this one? And it was the same as mine. And I think maybe I thought you said yes, but.
Oh yeah, I might have diverted a little bit.
I was miscounting. But it's been an amazing year, and it's started off. I mean, I was up here in Hawaii, literally on top of a peak of a mountain. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a crater. Anyway, and then I went way down here. I got fired. I failed. I've let my family down. It was a low point for me. I broke down in front of my wife and Keaton, which is okay. Maybe happened more than once, but. I think that Keaton got to see how hard losing that job was. And maybe you didn't get to see it, but it hit me. I'll play it off. But you think about, it's not very often you get the chance to do what we did. And I wish we had the chance to really do what we do. So it made me sad because we had to move again for the second time in 3 months.
Yeah.
I moved in 2 foot of snow in February to a brand new house in Naperville. My wife and I were really excited about starting our life there. And then 2 months later, we got let go. And then I moved again 2 months after that in 100 degrees. 2 foot of snow once, 100 degrees, 3 months later.
Yeah, I remember you worrying about things like burning up in the U-Haul because it was so hot.
Yeah, I had all kinds of things. You did the right thing and got rid of all your gas cans. I just packed mine in the U-Haul. Put it out in the sun to bake.
I may have just left them at the house.
Yeah, I did that too.
Oops, I forgot
I did that
hazardous material. I'm so sorry.
I did that too.
Here, free gas cans. Now I need to go buy another one because I need to mow the lawn.
I had to do that. I absolutely had to do that. I didn't have any gas because I don't mow the lawn right now at the house I'm renting, but I have to blow the snow. You know what I mean? I have to snowplow or whatever you call it. And I had the gas that was in the snowplow was the gas that made the trip from Naperville.
Yeah.
I don't have a gas can right now. So that's this year has been crazy. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to 2019. I know that we are in March going to do a Bowling for Babies event.
Oh, yeah. I'm really excited about
yeah,
this. We were going to try and throw this together in November.
We've been trying to throw this together since Chicago.
That's true. And we did, and we got in trouble for it.
Isn't that crazy?
You want to raise money for people? This is why this is wrong.
We were
so twisted and backwards. But it was a lot of fun because we got to hang out with people.
Everything's good now.
I think it was we had 50 to 80 people the first year, which was awesome.
I would say it was successful.
Oh, for sure. We had an engaging group, and everybody was very happy, and we bowled our faces off for, the afternoon. Had some pizza donated from a local pizza joint. But yeah, in March.
That was the first time I got to meet Remy's babies.
Oh yeah,
ever.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Had some coworkers holding the baby. Leo was a very small baby.
a lot of people have asked about Alabama and things, and I hope she's doing well. I think it sounds like she's found something good, in her brain to, you know what I mean? To chase what matters.
Yeah. So yeah, she had texted me a couple times. I guess this is really only for Chicago people who are listening, but she had texted me a couple times, and just we've expressed our unhappiness with where we were, and she felt the same exact way, and so she was released from her contract, and now she's going. She told me she had nothing lined up, and she was just going.
Enjoy it.
And there's something
the best for her.
There's just something there's something romantic about that, I think. But she doesn't have kids, she doesn't have a husband, so it's very much no ties, and you do this, girl. You go.
Good for her.
You go do your thing and find yourself. And
I saw Emily tweet this morning about the Dave Matthews Band, and I immediately wrote her a novel back about it. She said, "Do Dave Matthews Band fans crash into me?" And I started my dissertation. But I miss some of those folks. Justina, I'd see her Instagram stories and stuff, and And I see Steve's in Florida now, and his family's all happy, and they're like, Christmas, Florida.
Yeah.
How about that?
I'm hoping to potentially meet up with them at some point while we're there. Just maybe at like Disney Springs or whatever, grab a drink.
It's been a crazy ride. 2018 has been insane. Kevin, I see you.
Oh, yeah, but March, we're going to do a bowling thing. So if you are a bowler and start thinking about March and listen out for, like, we'll obviously promote it, and, you know, we'll be teams of 4, and then the money will go to, I think they're talking about, was it?
Children's Miracle Network.
Children's Miracle Network right now. So the obviously it's going to go to a great place. But
to the Children's Hospital.
More importantly, it's a good time for us to get together and hang out with you. And
Kevin
and
said,
bowl.
no, I'm sorry, I got to clarify. Kevin said, you're bowling with babies? No.
We're not bowling. We were bowling 4
babies. We're going to help the kids.
For the babies.
We toured, was it St. Louis Children's Hospital not long ago?
Yep.
Went up to the NICU, and we've been there before. We've done a lot of cool stuff there and with those folks, and we're looking forward to doing some more stuff too. So that's lined up for March. Hot Country Nights all through January. There's a bunch of, like, there's, did you say Dylan Scott, Chase Rice, Lee Bryce. There's a bunch of people.
Cash.
Yeah, coming to
Jimmy Allen.
Right downtown, right next to
Cody Johnson.
Busch Stadium. Yeah. Is that the show that's been selling really
Cody
hard?
Johnson.
Cody Johnson's been selling really good.
He's the guy. He's the next guy.
It's coming. Real interesting to watch Mitchell Tenpenny fight with Wheeler Walker Jr. on Twitter, too.
It's a lot reading some of that yesterday.
It's interesting. And I don't believe anything. I don't know what's real. I don't know what's real and what's not.
It's as real as the Eminem, what is it?
Machine Gun Kelly.
Eminem Machine Gun Kelly
that
diss
just
track.
Fizzled out, too. Anyway.
Hey, they both got their 1 million records sold, so they're good or whatever they needed.
Do you have any closing thoughts? Anything you'd like to say before we wrap? I do have to get the Friday Party Jam here. That's still coming up here in a couple of seconds.
Yes. Closing thoughts. I don't know. Just looking forward to a 2019 that's awesome. I wrote like a what makes me happy list just on my own because I'll like reflect at the end of the year, and just especially this year, it's been, like you said, it's been a roller coaster of a year. And the top, my family, Lauren, Emerson, Leo, and Riley, and the second is Coral. So that makes me happy.
It sounds like 5th, but okay.
Awesome video, health, meditation, working out, eating right, taking care of myself, making awesome content, people with awesome vibes. You were touching on that a little bit earlier with the people around us. Simplicity, organization, podcasting with cool people, helping others, vacations, energy. You know, those are the things that make me happy, and just words. I don't know. Everybody reflects in a different way, and
it would reflect positively on this office if you would get organization locked down.
Yeah.
I love Remy's package.
Every time I come in here, I'm like, I really need to organize this.
This is behind my desk.
It's essentially, it's Remy's packages exploding all over the place.
Not one, but two belly fanny packs. 2 fanny packs that look like a belly. This is a trumpet. There's a muscle suit in here. 2 unicorn costumes over there.
Yes, I will. I'll work on my little corner over here.
I'm kidding. You don't have to do anything.
No, because I'm going to work on it because it makes me happy.
Okay.
To be organized.
Cool.
But those are my closing thoughts. I hope that you reflect on 2018 and just look back and look forward to all the things to come. And obviously, we would like abundance for you and your family in 2019 as well. Any closing thoughts for you, Mason?
I appreciate everything and everyone. I want to be very clear, positive or negative. I'm grateful for it because things impact you, and we all are who we are from both sides of those things. So I'm not afraid of negative. I'm not afraid of positive. Let's do it. I'm afraid of heights and spiders, and I'm not messing with those. And ghosts and God and aliens.
You're afraid of aliens?
I mean, you don't know what they're coming for.
That's true.
You don't know what they need.
That's true.
Read a Marvel comic, bro. They eat worlds. They eat worlds.
I was so proud of Emerson because Leo got shots the other day in his legs, and they put Band-Aids on, slapped him on, and Lauren was changing Leo's diaper, and she looked at Leo's legs, and she goes, Iron Man!
Oh, Emerson did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I was like, I didn't teach her that.
That's awesome.
She got that from YouTube videos.
May your children be into Marvel movies and Star Wars. May it be your eternal curse from me. Every time you're like,
balance the force.
No, it's good, man. That's good. I'm happy. No, I'm very excited. It's my wife's birthday, so tonight's dinner and cake and family time, and then Christmas and my family. And we saw her family last week or a week or two. It's so great. Everybody's been so great, and everyone here in the building. I wish I had more money to buy you gifts, but know that I love you.
Love you.
I feel good. Are you ready for a Friday Jam?
I am so ready.
I have to get it ready.
Was
It's not. That's not the right one, right?
Thank
This
you
is
for
not the right
coming
Friday party.
to the show.
No.
Thank you
I'm
for
gonna
listening to
fix it.
New Country
I'm gonna
92.3.
fix it. I'm gonna fix
Means
it.
more than you know.
12-12.
Kane Brown made a girl's dream come true.
12-12.
That moment got a
Hey guys,
ton.
look.
Merry Christmas to the entire family. It happens once.
What? I'm gonna edit that part,
Okay.
and now we're going to go to the Friday party jam. It's live. It's in our office. Anything can happen. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Thank you for watching. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. We'll see you.
Merry Christmas to the entire family. It happens once every year. 365 days later, it has arrived. The last Friday jam is here. We are happy to be back in STL. You are the greatest gift of all. We felt so welcomed and at home. And that's because of y'all. Already started on resolutions. I hope I'm not too late. I've got until January 1st to eat whatever I want. Going into 2019 with some weight. We're looking forward to the new year. In 2019, you're gonna shine. Raise your glass to a clean slate. Time to sing Auld Lang Syne. It's time to celebrate a Friday, yeah. 5 o'clock Friday party jam. Happy holidays, Friday, yeah. Mason and Remy Friday party jam. All right, well, now it is done. The end of another year. It is time to start over and celebrate with a beer. I hope the shopping's done because the parking is insane. All of my Christmas cheer just went up in flames. Don't drop any more hints, okay? The deadline is passed. You'll get what's under that tree, or I'm gonna take it all back real fast. I mean, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I hope you enjoy the time with the family, because all those bills gotta get paid. Friday, yeah. 5 o'clock Friday party jam.
You filthy animal.